welcome to Lingua Latina Pensa. In this tutorial I'll explain the pensa at the end of the chapter and the best way to approach working on those exercises. The pensa is the plural. Each one there are 3 of them at the end of each chapter. Here you see that we're on pensum A, the first one. And each pensum covers a different topic. Pensum A covers the grammar that you've studied in the chapter. So it will deal mostly with endings. So you need to pay attention closely, obviously, to the endings as you're reading, and you need to have done all of the exercises along the way so that the endings are burned into your memory. So I want you to treat the pensum as a test, a quiz, a self-administered quiz, for which you need to score roughly 80% to show that you really did understand the chapter, because when you move on to the next chapter, you need to know all the grammar and all the vocabulary from the previous chapter. It'll be reinforced, and you'll quickly become lost if you don't at least master 80%, and preferably better, closer to 100%. So the first exercise, nihilus flui blank est, nihilus et renus flui blank blank. So we know that this is testing whether we know that nihilus fluvius, there we go, let's see if I can get, there we go, fluvius est, that's the singular, right, fluvius ending. And nihilus et renus, what's the plural ending? Fluvii sunt. Okay, so that's pensum A. Pensum B. What pensum B covers is vocabulary. Vocabulary from the chapter, and the way to make sure that you've mastered the vocabulary before you go on to pensum B and get frustrated is to study the margin notes and the pictures. I have recorded the margin notes from every chapter for Lingua Latina, from chapter 1 all the way to chapter 56, and I suggest listening to that consistently. Even if you're not an auditory learner, you can listen to it at times when you wouldn't normally be able to study a book or look at flashcards. You can also look at the flashcards from the online resources. Go back and watch that tutorial if you haven't done that yet, and it'll explain how to get to the flashcards, online flashcards. Also, you could simply look at your margin notes and cover them up with your with a flashcard or with a 3x5 card and study them before you go to pensum B. What pensum B wants you to do is provide the correct word and the correct form. So it's one step more challenging than the first pensum. So now we have Sicilia blank est. So what is Sicilia? It's Sicily, right? Sicily is insula. Sicilia insula est. And then Italia insula blank est. Is Italy an island? Italia insula non est. So go ahead and try the rest of those exercises. And now we'll try pensum K. And these questions and these activities should start to look very familiar by now, because you've, through all the exercises, have been practicing all the same skills for each individual lesson. Now you're demonstrating them for the whole chapter. So when it asks you, ubi est Roma, you know that the answer is Roma in Italia est. So when we click, we see Roma in Italia est. If you said Roma est in Italia, that's great. You're correct, but still try to get the response that Orberg gives. Cover up the question or the answer with your thumb or with a piece of paper. Ask the question again, ubi est Roma, Roma in Italia est. So good luck with your pensa. If you don't score 80% or better, I suggest go back and review and take it again. Buona fortuna.